YouTube family, it's Denise, aka Love for My Curls here, back with another video. I hope everyone's had a lovely week, a lovely weekend so far, and I wish you all the blessings for the week ahead. So in terms of today's topic, now I wanted to talk about my curly hair journey, specifically around what might have stunted my hair growth. Now, I've learned so much things during my time of my journey through trial and error, watching things, reading things, and I kind of just noted down a few things that I feel really had stunted my hair growth. So yeah, keep on watching. So back in the day, I was trimming a little bit too often, in my opinion. So I did mention trimming, I believe, in my last video, my video before that, where I talked about, trimming every 6 to 8 weeks is probably not going to be beneficial for your hair. You're not really going to see much growth, I believe. So, because think about it, if your hair grows, I don't know, did they say like half an inch a month, I believe, but maybe it differs between person to person. But whatever growth I feel you're getting from the scalp and the roots, you're just going to be cutting off at the end of the 6 to 8 weeks period. So I never really saw that growth as much. But the time that I thought to myself, I think in the last maybe year and a half, I was actually asking myself, do I actually need to be trimming as much as I have been in the past? So I just stopped doing that, and I've left it to trimming about, I don't know, once every 4 to 5 months, and it's been fine for me. I did actually have a trim not too long ago at the hairdressers, because I really did think I did need that trim. But during that time before my trim, my hair has been growing, and I definitely have been seeing more length retention. So I would say, and again, this is my personal view. I'm not saying that you have to follow this advice. It's just personally what I found has worked during my journey, is not to trim as often. Maybe leave it for a few more months longer than you would have normally trimmed, and then see if that works for you. But remember, length retention is to do with maintaining the length of your hair, especially the ends. As I always say, the ends of your hair is the oldest part. Imagine it was up here at one point, now it's all traveled all the way down here. So you just want to make sure that you're really looking after your ends. So personally for me, what I do is every morning I will seal my ends with my Moroccan hair oil or some sort of sealing oil. But if I do find that my ends do feel a bit dry, I might just moisturize my hair, moisturize my hair, and then add in a little bit of that oil. But either way, I do try to seal my ends every day, really, every morning. So yeah, not deep conditioning as much. So there was a point in my life where, having two kids, my youngest as well, it was just getting really busy, starting a new job. I found that actually, do I really need to deep condition as much as I was before? So I kind of cut down on the deep conditioning. Sometimes I was just either using a really moisturizing shampoo, or I was just following up with a rinse out conditioner. Now, don't get me wrong, that did help, but with a deep conditioner, it penetrates your hair a lot better than a rinse out conditioner would. And I find that I've found personally, now this differs. Sometimes you hear the advice of, oh, you don't need to deep condition as much, or actually you do. Personally, in my opinion, with what I've been doing with my hair, the coloring, the seasonal, weather changes as well with the winter. As well, obviously it's winter time here in the UK at this present time. Definitely deep conditioning really helps maintain the moisture in my hair personally. So I would definitely say, if you're not deep conditioning as much, maybe consider deep conditioning a little bit more, as that can probably help your hair growth better. And I found it's definitely helped me with my length retention as well. Especially using the Mono Hairs deep conditioner with the elasticity treatment, which I can probably insert up here. And that treatment really helps with the moisture protein balance, because sometimes we can be really off with having too much protein, having too much moisture, and too much of a good thing, as they say, it's not great. So too much protein can damage your hair. Too much moisture can damage your hair. So I really like that treatment because it definitely balances the both. So I really love that, and I really feel and believe that that's helped my length retention as well. Um, Also now, I yeah, I can be guilty of this even with my kids' hair as well, is really being careful with the detangling. And sometimes I've just been so frustrated. I'm just like, oh, my hair, it's just getting on my nerves. It's just so much knots, fairy knots all over the place. And I just got to get going, and I've just got to, speed up this wash hair routine. And I'm just, going through my hair, and I'm just, just being a bit rough with it. And, if you're not detangling very carefully, then that can actually cause breakage to your hair as well. So definitely being careful with your detangling as well. I found a couple methods that have actually worked. I know I mentioned this in one of my last videos, is actually, well, two things I can think of. So one being detangling with a detangling shampoo. Now I use the As I Am one, which again I can insert up here. And I did mention it in my first video, my return kind of after being off for a period of time video. And that really helps detangle my hair, really softens my hair. And actually I can finger detangle with that shampoo, and also use my unbrush as well to detangle before I go in with the deep conditioner. And also what I've also found is actually using a silicone based conditioner prior to shampooing my hair. That really helps cut down the detangling time as well. So which one would I be using? I think I was using the herbal essence one, which again I can set up here somewhere. And it's just like a really, really cheap conditioner. I kind of look for like the silicones, like ingredients near the top. So maybe the methicone kind of ingredient. And I found that was really, really, really helped detangle my hair before I go in with the shampoo as well. So that's been a game changer, doing those two things. So really being careful with the detangling. I know, I would say personally for me, if you haven't got that time to really spend detangling your hair carefully and gently, then maybe that's not the time to be washing your hair, because you could be causing more damage than, doing good. So maybe say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to part maybe my washing routine for now, and maybe come back to it a little bit later when I've got a little bit more time, because in the end you're going to be saving your hair by doing that. So definitely being careful with the detangling, and that's definitely helped my length retention as well. Um, Now, when I started, I think we've all done this throughout our journey, from transitioning from maybe relaxed hair to natural, or going from like silk presses to always having your hair curly, heat damage to curly hair. And throughout this process, you're just dabbling and trying different products. And I would say I'm still a bit of a product junkie. I've definitely cut down with buying the products. The cost of living here ain't great as well, so I've got to save some money. But then also I've got to save my hair, because if you're constantly dabbling and trying different products, then how do you really know which products are really working for your hair? You might try something and think, actually, this is great. Oh my gosh, my hair feels lovely. It feels silky. It feels smooth. It feels stronger, or it feels hydrated, whatever goal you was after. And he was able to achieve that goal. But then you've gone on to something else, you've gone to something else. So how do you actually really know what's working for your hair? And to be honest, if you do give something a chance for long enough, then you'll probably reap the rewards. So you'll be able to see more of the, length retention and the growth. So I found that when I've kind of cut down on dabbling here and there with different products, that's definitely helped my hair as well. So I definitely would say cutting down or reducing the amount of products that you're buying at a time. To be honest, if you want to try, absolutely, go ahead and, try different products. You just never know. You might find something that works even better for your hair. But if you are going to try something and you found that actually something has worked for your hair, then give it a little bit longer, but, give it more of a chance. And actually what I found as well, has actually been helping me is journaling this as well. So what I'll do on my phone, I'll write down a great wash hair routine, and then I'll write down the products that I've used on that day. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes I have a wash day, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, my hair has come out great. You know, the curls are popping, my hair feels good. It's just, oh, I'm just loving it, loving it. And then there's other days where I'm like, hold on a second, what have I done wrong during that routine? And I would say journal from what you've done prior to shampooing. So maybe you've added in like a bond treatment or something, or like a oil treatment, to the point of actually getting to the point of like diffusing or finishing off your hair, you know, whatever you're doing to your hair. Because then throughout that journey, you'll be able to see, okay, what did you use? And even write down the methods that you did as well. Did you finger detangle instead of brush detangling? Did you brush style instead of finger styling? Did you use, you know, did you use different methods? Did you do a twist out as opposed to just a general, you know, wash and go? Like what worked? Because whatever worked, maybe just keep just you know, keep that on repeat, and then you'll reap the rewards, as I said. So yeah, definitely journaling would be good as well. Um, Also, not overcomplicating my hair routine as well. Um, Before, and I mentioned this in one of my videos as well, is I used to kind of layer after layer of product, and I used to think, yeah, that's what I need to do, that's what my hair likes. But actually my hair prefers less. For me, less is more. You know, I've got quite fine hair, and my hair works better when I'm using less products. So literally, if the maximum, I would say 3, but if I can do 2, that's better. So I do always try to start off with a heat protectant or finish off with a heat protectant, whichever order you want to do. But you know, I do try to add in some sort of heat protectant. And I do use a leave-in conditioner, which I did mention in one of my videos actually, which is the Rizzo Curls one, which I can insert, up here. And that's got a heat protectant as well as moisturizing your hair as well. So it like keeps, you know, it's like a leave-in plus a heat protectant. So for me, it's like a 2-in-1 really. And then I'll follow up with a curl cream, or maybe I might skip the curl cream and then add on the gel. Either way, I have to add the gel at the end because my hair needs hold. Otherwise, my hair is not lasting. Whatever season it's in, we're in, sorry, whether it's like winter, spring, summer, whatever it is, my hair needs hold. So yeah. So not overcomplicating my routine as well, not having to feel like, oh my gosh, I need to add 4 or 5, you know, products to make it work. No, maybe 2 or 3 maximum, you know, works for me. And again, as I mentioned just a second ago, journaling that journey as well. That wash day routine. So yeah, and I know we do this in life as well. You know, I think we all do this, whether it be to do with like our curly hair, our career, our friendships, our relationships, whatever we do, our family dynamics is, you know, comparing ourselves to someone else. You know, and as they say, you know, comparison, sorry, is the, you know, thief of joy. So not kind of comparing yourself to somebody else will really help your journey as well, because you can watch somebody else's video and think to myself, oh my gosh, like their hair is amazing. You know, like why is my hair not like that? Why can't I get my hair like that? But think about it, you're comparing your day one hair to someone's, you know, 5-year journey, you know, who, unless they're being quite honest in their videos. And how do you actually know that what you're seeing is not years of trial and error? You know, it could just be, hey, you know, they've been born with that hair and that's just how it is. But they might have gone through a lot of damage, a lot of, you know, ups and downs in order, you know, to get to that point that they're at. So, you know, try not to compare the way your hair looks to someone else's hair. You know, how my hair looked, oh my goodness, when I first started my curly hair journey, I couldn't even get curls. My hair was not curling. I remember when I was graduating, years ago at university, and I wanted a curly hair look. And at this point in time, I was always straightening my hair, always straightening my hair. And when I did use, it was the Mixed Chicks actually, leave-in conditioner. I don't know if anyone remembers that. I know it's still around now. I was using that, and my hair was not curling. It literally was just like, it wasn't even waves. It was like little bit of waves going on, but it was not, for me, it was not curling, it was not springy, it was just, for me, it was just like dead hair. So if I compare that time to where I am now, oh my gosh, what a transformation. But it's been years, I would say a good maybe, I don't know, 12 years of trial and error, educating myself, watching videos, reading to understand what would work and what can work for my hair, and just experimenting with other things, experimenting with products, with techniques. So try not to compare yourself to others, because you just don't know the period that they're at with regards to their journey. It could be a lot different than yours. So yeah, but anyway, that's it from me. That's all I wanted to talk about today. Just kind of the mistakes that I personally made in my journey that might have stunted my hair growth. And a question that I wanted to ask everybody today is that what is the one product that you've bought off the hype that maybe you've seen that you absolutely hate now? So you've seen a product that your favorite YouTuber uses, and you're like, oh my gosh, I must get that product, I must try it. You've tried it and you're like, this ain't working for me. It seems to be working for her. What's going on? Why is it not working for me? Yeah, let me know and comment down below, please. And like and subscribe. I definitely will be posting more content. And if there's anything that you'd like to see more from me, then please let me know. But for now, I'm signing out. Love for my curls, and have a very, very blessed day. Bye.